My name is Clara Hayes, and if I could turn back time, I would change one thing. I would never have married Ethan Blake. Everyone said he was perfect. Charming, handsome, successful. The kind of man every woman dreamed of marrying. And in the beginning, he was exactly that. He opened doors for me, sent flowers to my office, whispered I love you like he meant it. I thought I had finally found my forever. But forever turned into a nightmare. It started subtly. The first time, it was a raised voice. The second, a slammed door. The third, a silence so sharp it cut deeper than words. Ethan had a way of making me feel small. Every argument ended with me apologizing, even when I wasn't wrong. He'd twist my words, my memories, even my emotions until I doubted myself. I'm just trying to help you, he'd say. But help shouldn't hurt. We'd been married 6 months when I found the first lie. A hotel receipt hidden in his wallet. One night he claimed to be at a business dinner, but the receipt said otherwise. I told myself there must be an explanation. Love makes you blind, and I was completely lost in the dark. When I asked him about it, he laughed. Clara, you're overreacting. That's from last month. You know how forgetful you are. He kissed my forehead, and I wanted to believe him. So I did. For a while. The second lie came through his phone. A message at midnight. I miss you already. Last night was perfect. My heart stopped. When I confronted him, he didn't deny it. He just smiled and said, you shouldn't have gone through my phone. No apology. No guilt. Just a calm, cold stare. And I realized was God. The man I married wasn't who I thought he was. But it wasn't just betrayal. It was control. He wanted to know where I was, who I talked to, what I wore. He'd comment on my friends, she's a bad influence. He'd criticize my job, you should quit. I can take care of you. Piece by piece he isolated me, until all I had left was him. And then, one night, I discovered something that shattered everything. It was raining that evening. Ethan had gone out for work. I couldn't sleep, so I went into his office to print the papers. His laptop was open. I wasn't snooping, but a message popped up on the screen. It was from a woman named Lena. You said she wouldn't find out. When will you tell her? My hands trembled as I scrolled. There were hundreds of messages. Photos. Plans. Trips I never knew about. He wasn't just cheating. He was planning to leave me. The next morning, I acted normal. I smiled. I cooked breakfast. And when he kissed my cheek, I almost screamed. That night, I packed a small bag. Cash, documents, my phone. I waited until he fell asleep, then I left. I drove for hours with tears blurring my vision, not knowing where I was going. Only I could never go back. For a few days I stayed with my friend Mia. She was shocked. You have to report him, she said. But I wasn't ready. You see, Ethan wasn't just unfaithful, he was powerful. He had connections, money, and charm. To the world, he was the perfect husband. And I was the ungrateful wife who left him without a reason. I was scared no one would believe me. Then came the calls. hundreds of them. At first I ignored them. Then the messages started. You can't run from me. You're nothing without me. Come home, Clara. I blocked his number. He started emailing me instead. Then flowers appeared at the door. It was like he knew exactly where I was. One night, Mia found a note on her car windshield. You're making a mistake. She's my wife. That's when we called the police. They told me to get a restraining order. I did. But Ethan didn't care. He always found a way to reach me. Until one day he didn't. A month passed. No calls. No messages. No signs of him anywhere. I thought maybe he had moved on. I started breathing again. Then one morning, I got a letter. No return address. Inside was a single photo of me, sleeping. I froze. It was taken the night before. My blood turned cold. I ran to the police again. They checked cameras near my apartment. And that's when I saw him. Ethan. Standing across the street at watching my window. Smiling. That smile haunted me for weeks. Every shadow felt like him. Every sound made me jump. I knew I had to disappear. With Mia's help, I changed my number, my address, even my job. I moved to another city. Started over. For months, I lived quietly. No contact. No trace of my past. Until one evening, I came home to find a small box on my doorstep. No name. Just a red ribbon. Inside was a silver bracelet. The same one Ethan had given me on our wedding night. And you can run, but I always find what's mine. That was 2 years ago. Since then, I've moved again. Changed everything, my name, my appearance, my life. Sometimes I still wake up in the middle of the night, hearing footsteps that aren't there. Sometimes I check the locks 3 times before sleeping. I don't know where Ethan is now. Maybe he's finally gone. Maybe he's still watching. But one thing is certain. I regret marrying him. Because loving him almost cost me my life. Even now, when I look in the mirror, I see a woman who survived. But deep down I'm still learning how to stop looking over my shoulder. Because some scars don't fade. They just learn to hide behind a smile.